Hello and welcome to my cooking channel, Czech Cookbook. Today we will be making this another amazing appetizer. If you go to any restaurant, they most likely will have this as an appetizer. So I will be making today what's in Czech called Utopenci. And it can be translated as a drowned man, which is a funny translation. But what it means, you use a sausage and then you pickle it in the mason jars, and this way it looks like a drowned man because the sausages are drowning in the pickling juice. It's a super easy, it's a fast recipe, but the one downside to it is that you have to wait at least 5 days to taste it and eat it. The better is to wait 2 weeks. But let's first start with the ingredients. We will need 3 cups of water, 1 cup of vinegar, just regular white vinegar, half a teaspoon sugar, half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon whole peppercorns. Here I have 3 colors, but you can use whatever you have. Then we have half a teaspoon of allspice, also whole allspice, and 3 bay leaves. This is for the spices. Then we need some sausage. I have here Polish klobasa, and it works pretty well. So try to find a sausage that's like a klobasa or sausage. You can experiment with this. So I have 2 packages, 1 for each jar, and this is about 13 ounces. I have one that's turkey and another one is beef, whatever you like and prefer. Then we have 1 onion, mustard of your choice. I will have 1 with yellow mustard and another one, this is stone ground mustard. And then you need 2 canning jars. This is 2 quart jars, mason jars. So let's start. First we will need to make our pickling juice. So let's turn on the stove. Here I have 3 cups of water. 1 cup of white vinegar. If you try it and it's not enough vinegar for you, you can next time add more vinegar. It's really up to your taste. Next is half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar, 3 bay leaves. Now here I have peppercorns. I rip off the top so I can use the whole peppercorns. About half a teaspoon and half a teaspoon of allspice. Now let's bring this to boil. Let's stir it first so we can have the salt and sugar dissolve. All these spices just give amazing flavor to the sausages. It is boiling now, so let's set up the timer for 5 minutes. And let's lower the flame. It's been 5 minutes boiling, so let's turn it off and cover it up so it stays a little warm. And now let's work on our sausages. First let's cut our onion. This is a medium-sized onion. Let's put it on a plate. And now our sausage. Out of this 1 klobasa, I'll make 6 small ones. So kind of guess. Some will be bigger than others. Okay, here we have 6. And now what you want to do is you want to slice it, but not all the way. You just want it to be able to open it, but not cut all the way through, because we will stuff this with our onions. So I will cut all the rest. Our klobasa is cut. And now we'll be adding some mustard. For 1 jar, I will try this yellow mustard. And then the other one will be some other mustard. So let's squeeze a little bit in. And now you spread it on both sides. Doesn't have to be perfect. And now you want to put a piece of onion. If it's big and you have a small sausage, just cut it in half. Put it right in the middle. Just like that, see? Our sausages are filled, and now we can stuff our mason jar. So on the bottom, put a piece of onion. We try to divide this onion for both jars, so we have enough for both. And the sausages, I fill them, even if this is this big, I would cut it in 3 pieces. So we have enough. So let's put onion on the bottom, and now we will be putting the sausages inside. Just try to drop it in. And now every floor or so, we can put some more onion in there. A little more onion. It fits perfectly. And now we can work on the other jar, and then we can put some liquid in. Another important thing, you have to make sure that there is no extra skin, because some sausages would have this skin that you need to peel off. This kielbasa does not have it, so I'm not going to peel it, but just make sure that you don't put it in with the skin. I did have some leftover onion, so I just shove it in the jars. So I can use the whole thing. So some people would put it in cold, but it's better if you put it warmer, because this way the sausage just absorbs the liquid much better. And you want to also do it with all these spices. So I have some bay leaves in here. So definitely put it all in there. You want to put it all the way to the top, so the whole thing is in the liquid. I still have some spices on the bottom, so I'm trying to get them in so they can flavor my sausages. But I don't need any more liquid because this is all the way to the top. So just the spices. And you will have just a little liquid left, which is perfect. So this amount is perfect for these 2 quart jars. And now let's seal this. We just close it tight. Our 2 jars are done, and they are done only for today, but you have to wait till it's cooled off, and after it's cooled off, put it in a fridge and let it sit for at least 5 days. I prefer 2 weeks, because after 2 weeks the flavor is amazing. The sausage just absorbs the liquid with all the spices, and it's a great delicious meal.